All right. Hi, guys. So I decided to do a review video about 2021. I know I briefly talked about it in my live stream, but I figured I'd do a proper video of it, just going over each month and highlighting some of each month's events. So was this a good year? Was this a bad year? Was this an okay year? Well, you're about to find out for me. I'll make the concluding statement after I go over the months. So we're going to start with January, and we'll go in order from there. Alright, so January... January was pretty blah, to be honest. I was going through a similar thing my friend Blake did, He was having, some, anxiety issues and whatnot, and I was actually having some anxiety issues myself as well. And I was just feeling bummed out and stressed out and anxious a lot because I was dealing with a lot of toxic people. Some of it wasn't, personally, but at least some of it was just, me stumbling upon them. But some of it I did actually have to deal with personally. So, yeah, I wasn't really a big fan of January, to be honest. It was kind of blah. A lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. Just being bummed out about shitty people that I came across and dealt with. So yeah, I'd rather not go into detail too much, but yeah, it was just stupid people and shitty, just a bunch of, not good people that I had the misfortune of coming across. So yeah. Although some good things that happened in January was we got some good sneak peeks from Papa Smokeria, which I'm gonna get into that, more into that later. So yeah, February was pretty good. I believe there was one night where we went to Five Guys and Popeyes for dinner. I had a burger and fries from Five Guys, and I had some, I think they're called beignets or something. They're like this chocolate dessert from Popeyes. That was so good. Man, that was so good. And then we had Valentine's Day, which was pretty good. I love Valentine's Day. It's one of my favorite holidays besides Christmas. So yeah, I did a Valentine's Day video, which I plan to do something a little different this year. I'll still do the Valentine's Day video that I did the last few years. Which will be like a bunch of mini tributes of my favorite ships and couples. You can go, my 2021 one is still on my channel if you want to get an idea of what I'm talking about. I'm still gonna do that, but there's gonna be two things that I'll do differently. Number one, I also plan on making a couple theme song videos. I'll choose theme song. I'll make another video to go with my favorite ships. And number two, I actually want to premiere my 2 Valentine's Day special videos this time rather than just uploading them. I think it'll be more fun. That way, when they premiere, I can chat with you guys about all of it while the videos are playing. it premieres just give everything a more live feel. I mean, I'll still just do videos that I upload normally, like this one, but I am gonna be doing premieres quite often. Of course, we'll have my gaming Let's Plays. I want to premiere those. And then, we'll have, special occasions, like Valentine's Day, where I'll premiere videos. So, yeah. It's going to be a fun Valentine's Day this year. But enough about February of this year. I need to get back to February of last year. So, yeah. February was pretty fun, I had a good Valentine's Day. We had that one night where I had beignets for dessert with my burgers and fries from Five Guys, and the beignets were from Popeyes, That was a fun night. The only thing I didn't really like about February was we were snowed in for a week, that got pretty boring because we were just stuck inside the house. I got stir crazy. We didn't go out at all, even to go to the store or nothing like that. We were just kind of stuck at home for a whole week, which got a little bit depressing. We actually got snow on Valentine's Day. Valentine's was the day that we got snow, which, don't get me wrong, I love snow. Here's the thing. I love snow. We don't get it very often in Texas. Well, at least in the cities I lived in Texas. We don't get to see snow very often. So when we do see it, it's exciting for us. And I will probably always love seeing when it actually snows in my residence. But what happened, it was something that it was extremely rare. We got snow, which alone, that's rare. And then we got sub-zero temperatures for a week straight, and it never went above freezing. Those two times together, both incidents are really rare. Snow, and especially sub-zero temperatures for extended periods of time without it going above freezing. Those two things are rare alone, but to have both of those occur at the same time, that was, or one after another, that was extremely rare. My dad said that was unprecedented. So hopefully we won't have to go through that again, or at least for a long time. So yeah. And I do hope for a winter storm or two. Like I said, that's not going to make me lose my interest in snow. That was just something really rare that happened. So yeah, that's the only thing that kind of sucked was the sustained sub-zero temperatures. But other than that, February was pretty good. March was pretty good. I watched a lot of Shrek, and Papa Smokeria came out. It was just a pretty fun month, I found a lot of pit crews. I watched Shrek and Shrek 2 a lot. I played lots of Papa Smokeria. So yeah, March was a pretty fun month. April was a mixed bag. The day before Easter was a really fun day for me. I did a lot of collage trades with my online friends. And it was the day before Easter, so we got some candy, and I got Harvest Moon, or not Harvest Moon, but Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town, and Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. I got those 2 new video games. So yeah, that was April 3rd, which was the day before Easter. So that was like basically my Easter presents. I had a shitty Easter on 2020, because it was the start of the pandemic. And I was living at my uncle's, so my dad didn't get candy that year. So Easter 2021 was a lot better because we actually did some stuff. I got some chocolate, I got some new video games, very fun day. But April 7th sucked. I'm just gonna say that. April 7th sucked. Why did April 7th suck? I had a dentist appointment and I got some tooth decays, and yeah, my dad and my grandma in the dentist office were upset. And I cannot stand it when people are upset with guys. I'm very sensitive when it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm very sensitive when it comes to people being disappointed at me, and especially when there's like a little bit of anger mixed in, and then they're like lecturing you about it, like, I hate it so much. And I got transferred to a new dentist, which I'm actually kind of glad, because I like the dentist that I go to now than the one that I went to from August 2019 to April 2021. I started going to a new dentist in May, which I'll get into that month next. But yeah. Because, they took x-rays back at, the previous dentist that I was still going to in April 2021. So, yeah. Because I was still, like, I was still, like, brushing, like, learning to, like, really brush my teeth very well. Dental upkeep is extremely complicated. Like, there's more to it than just brushing your teeth for a couple of minutes. You have to know how to get into certain areas. You have to, like, know how to floss, which I am trying to get better at it. I'm hoping my dentist appointments going forward will be a lot more desirable, because that stuff takes practice to really get well, especially the flossing part. That takes a lot of practice, but I am trying to get better at least, so I hope my grandma and my dentist office will recognize that. So yeah, not really much else to say about April, but the 17th, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was the 17th. That was pretty fun. We went and had lunch with my grandparents at, I think it was Walk-On's. And I think that was the same day. It was one of my friend's birthday, MLP Ethan. Now, I actually have 2 new friends named Ethan. Two friends named Ethan. So I call one of them Green Ethan and one of them MLP Ethan to avoid confusion. This was MLP Ethan's birthday. I'll get into Green Ethan in May, actually. But yeah, that was a fun day. It was Ethan's birthday, I had a good day that day too, that was just a fun day, I got a Budsy that came, which was like a stuffed, which is like a plushie. You know, I celebrated one of my closest friends' birthday. I had lunch at a good restaurant, you know. That was a fun time in April. Not really much else to say about April that I remember. I forgot to mention about March. The only thing I didn't really like about March was, of course, daylight savings time, which I'm going to be doing another rant on that, unless it gets abolished by some miracle. But yeah, that's something that happens every year, you know. It's not really something unique like the other events that I'm mentioning. It's something that we just have to freaking deal with every year for stupid reason. But yeah, anything else to say about April? I don't think so. Nothing highlight worthy, at least. So we'll get into May. May was really fun, you know. I had a really good May last year, you know. We invited Green Ethan into our Discord server. So, you know, I actually met him back in like October or November of 2020. But May is when we got really close because, you know, we had a much simpler way of interacting with him rather than just on YouTube and Wattpad. So yeah. And when we invited him into the server, oh my gosh, we were just having so much fun, you know. I was doing a lot of live streams. He was doing a lot of live streams. He made some fan games, but I can't remember if these were in May or June, but they were towards the beginning of like his time in the Discord server. But yeah, May was just a good month, you know. We had someone come in and fix our freaking back door, you know, our door to the backyard, because I could not get that thing opened if my life depended on it, but we had a guy come over and fix it. So now I can actually open it now, which is awesome. So yeah, May was really fun, you know. I did a lot of live streams. Green Ethan did a lot of live streams. We finally fixed the back door. Another good thing about May was Super Red Elmo uploaded that That's What YouTube Makes Me Do video. I still listen to it. I still think it's one of the greatest things to ever be on YouTube. Oh my god, I don't know. May was just a fun ass month. June was pretty good as well, you know, my birth month. So it's my favorite month of the year. You know, we had, that was when I went to my current dentist for the first time, you know, and I just feel more comfortable there than I did at the last one, so that's nice. And then, actually, no, that was in May, actually, yeah, in May, on May 3rd, actually, that's when I went to my first dentist appointment at the new facility. It was in May, not June. I apologize if I'm jumping around back 2 months a lot. I just keep forgetting to list some stuff. But yeah, that was in May. You know, pretty fun month. May was fun. Fun. Would live through it again. And, alright, June, like I said, June was also a really good month, you know. The only thing that sucked about June was I got, like, this sore in my arm. I don't have it anymore, but, like, I got, like, this bump on my arm, so it kind of sucked for a couple of days. You know, that's the only thing that sucked about June, but I'm going to get into the good stuff. I'm going to get into the good stuff right now. So yeah, we had a birthday party at my grandma's because my birthday was coming up, My Uncle Junior ordered burgers and fries from this one place. I don't know what it was, but it was pretty good, and it was just a really relaxing time, just eating burgers and fries by the pool, going for a swim. It was really fun. And then my grandma got me a wallet and a gift card. Yeah, it was really fun. And then for my actual birthday was pretty fun too, I celebrated it with my close friends. And we got Whataburger for dinner. So yeah, that was also really fun. And then my dad and my brother went to some sporting events, and I got to have the house to myself. That was also really nice. It was nice having the house to myself. My grandma got me Texas burger one of the days, and that was actually when I bought Miitopia for the first time. I got Miitopia while my parents were gone, and I started playing it, and I really liked it. Although I didn't really get into it until a few weeks later, which I'll get into that next. But yeah, that was also a fun time. Those few days my dad and my brother were gone, it was nice having the house to myself. It was nice of my grandparents to get me fast food. Pretty relaxing time. July was pretty good. That's when I really got into Miitopia. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed playing it in June too, but I was still into other games mostly, so I kind of took a break for a few weeks, but I picked it back up in July, and that's when I really, really got into it. So that was pretty good. I had another dentist appointment, but, it went pretty good. It was pretty interesting. The lady there gave me some advice on brushing my teeth, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, July was pretty good. I don't really, as for August, it was a pretty good month, although I don't really remember August. I don't really remember anything noteworthy that happened in August besides just the usual, just having fun with my friends, but nothing that stood out. I did have another dentist appointment and I believe a haircut on the same day, which was on August 31st actually. So that was pretty good, but other than actually there is something pretty eventful that happened in August. I beat the Tower of Despair on Miitopia for the first time, and oh my god, it felt so good. One of my most euphoric moments of video games ever. Because, I was stuck on it for over a month. I had to spend a lot of time just grinding my Mii's grub stats up. But when I finally beat it on August 26th, oh my god, it felt so good. Now I can go through it like it's nothing. Because I've made a few videos of it already. I did an advice video for Green Ethan, which that's unlisted. I did a speed run, then I did another speed run during my New Year's live stream. So yeah, that's one noteworthy thing. And August 31st, I got a haircut that month. I also got one in April, but yeah. They were both on the same day as my dentist appointments, actually. I had my last two haircuts, which was, August 2021 and April 2021, I had dentist appointments. And the one in April was the same dentist appointment that I mentioned. That happened on the 7th. And then, August 31st, I also had a dentist appointment and haircut appointment on the same day. So yeah, pretty eventful days during those months. But yeah, some good stuff that happened in August, not really in in most of August, but towards the end of August, it got pretty eventful. September was pretty eventful as well, It was my brother's birthday on September 22nd. I had a dentist appointment, which I believe I was getting, decay filled that day, which, I did pretty okay, I'd say. I'm getting better when it comes to dentist appointments. And then I got my 2 vaccine doses as well. I got my first one. I got Pfizer's. I got my first dose on September 7th and my second dose on September 28th. And, I did pretty good. The needles barely hurt, and the only side effect I had was the sore arm, and then there would be a little bit of pain at the site of the injection when I put pressure on it. But, that's about it for side effects. So, yeah, September was pretty eventful. Dentist appointment, my brother's birthday, which I believe I remember my brother had a golden chick for his birthday, and my dad also went to Taco Villa, I believe, and I had their fries. So that was a pretty good day. Yeah, September was pretty eventful. Pretty fun month. The only thing that sucked about September was it happened on September 17th, I believe. My dad was blaring loud music, and I was getting stressed out because I'm sensitive to loud noises like that. So my dad was getting angry with me, and my brother was giving me an attitude. So yeah, that's the only shitty thing that happened in September. But for the most part, I'd say it was a pretty good month. Pretty eventful. I finally got vaccinated. My brother's birthday was fun. Trying to remember if there's anything else that happened in September. My brother also got a car last year, but I think it was in August, and I think he also got his license around the same time, I believe. I'm not sure. But yeah, he got his car and his license around that time, which was also pretty nice. So yeah, September was pretty good for the most part, except for that one incident with my dad and my brother. October was also pretty good, I don't really remember anything highlight worthy that happened, but I had a pretty good Halloween. My dad, I went to the store with my dad. I believe I went to Sam's that day. We went to Sam's and we got some candy and some gumballs for Halloween. My dad did put some of it out to trick or treat, and some greedy trick or treaters got more than they should have, but eh. It was still a pretty fun day. But yeah, not really much else to mention. Nothing really noteworthy happened besides Halloween. Okay, and November was pretty fun. I had another dentist appointment on the 2nd, which was, it went better than I thought. I got some more cavities and some decay taken care of, but it went better than I thought it would, so that's good. And of course, there was Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was pretty good. The only thing that sucked about Thanksgiving was my grandma forced me to pray. Look, guys, if you're religious, that's fine, that's your business, We all have our own beliefs and whatnot. I just don't like it when people push their beliefs on others, I'm not trying to offend anyone anyone watching this who's religious or believes in God or Jesus, but personally, I'm an atheist. So to have religious stuff forced on me, it makes me extremely uncomfortable. I'm probably going to do a rant on that sometime soon, People forcing their religion or forcing you to do religious stuff. But yeah, that was the only thing that sucked. But other than that, I had a pretty good Thanksgiving, I had ham, stuffing, and rolls. Because to be honest, I don't like turkey. But my dad got a really good ham, and it was freaking delicious. The rolls were good. The stuffing was pretty good. I was the only one that ate in the dining room. Usually, families eat in a dining room for that. But no, everyone else just ate in the living room, I believe, and I was the only one who ate in the dining room. Which, it was okay, I'm kind of a loner, so I didn't mind being alone. Sometimes being with family can be nerve-wracking anyway, so it was actually relaxing being alone in the dining room, having the Christmas tree view, because actually I don't remember if we had the tree up or not yet. I don't think we did, but the dining room was still nice without it. Yeah, I don't remember having the tree up or not, but it was still pretty nice. And then September 26th was bittersweet because it was Stephen Hillenburg's anniversary. So I was honoring that with my closest friends. Yeah. November is a favorite month of mine. I'll probably get into that too. Talk about which month with my favorite months and my least favorite months. I'll probably do a little bit of that as well. But yeah, November was, so yes, November was pretty good for the most part. And then last but not least, December. With me, we're in December. We're already in December. Not the month we're in currently, we're in January, but you know what I mean in this video. December was extremely eventful. we did some Christmas stuff. I went to my uncle's on the 18th. I had 2 dentist appointments, one on the 13th and one on the 16th, which they went pretty well I'd say, for the most part. I had a dentist appointment. Oh yeah, I already said it. I already mentioned that one. I was about to say I also had another one in November, but I already mentioned it. And I had 2 more in December, which they went pretty good for the most part. And on the 18th, we went to my uncle's. We played like this money game. And we also played Dirty Santa. Some people call it Dirty Santa. Some people call it Evil Santa. Some people call it White Elephants. But what happens is you get a number and then you pick a gift. It goes something like that. That was pretty fun. My Uncle Junior cooked stew, and it had and I don't like stew in general, but it had vegetables in it, so, which was okay, because my grandma made dessert that she took over there, and it was really good. It had pecans on it, it had whipped cream, it had chocolate, and I think Milo wafers. It was really good. And then my dad took me and my brother out to Sonic on our way back from our uncle's, which was pretty good. That was a fun night. And on Christmas Eve, we went to my grandma's for Christmas. She made ham, prime rib, and rolls, which I had ham and rolls, which, I had a fun time over there. I got some clothes and some money for Christmas and some candy. That was also a fun time. So yeah. And then Christmas Day, it was pretty good. My dad cooks chili, which I don't like chili. So, yeah. But, it was an okay day. Christmas Day itself wasn't really that eventful because we had the big events happen on the 18th and on the 24th. And December was also pretty good because we did a lot of eating out. And I like to eat out. We also ate out in November for McKaylee's birthday, which was at an Italian restaurant. And in October, we had a Mexican feast together for Nana's birthday. So those were pretty fun too. The Mexican feast in October and the Italian restaurant in November. And last, but certainly not least, New Year's Eve. Oh my God. New Year's Eve and the very beginning of New Year's Day, when it was still nighttime. Oh my God. I had a fun ass time, I made that live stream. We ate at Longhorn. Me, my dad, and my brother. We ate at Longhorn for lunch. Then late at night at 11:45 p.m. I did that live stream, where we celebrated together ringing in the new year. I recorded the countdown on Animal Crossing New Horizons because that has real time and real holidays. Then I did a Tower of Despair run. I danced to some awesome Sparta remixes. And then Green Ethan also had his video, which when it was his time zone, which he has the Pacific time zone, so it was 2 a.m. in my area when it was like midnight in his area. He premiered a really good video. So yeah, that was a really fun night. And then yeah, that basically sums up 2021. Was it? So how was my 2021 all in all? It was a pretty good year. You know, it was a decent year. Now, was it like the best year ever? No. But it also was, you know, I've had like worse years, and all in all, you know, I'd say 2021 was pretty good for the most part. I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10, you know. I've had better years, but at the same time, you know, November 2021 was, November 2021 in general was pretty good for the most part. There were some sucky events, but most of it was pretty good. There were better years, but there were also way worse years, like 2020. So yeah, like I said, pretty good year. Anyway, I'm going to end off the video right here, guys. Bye.